What if the secret to your body's harmony was whispered by a plant centuries ago?
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Homeopathy Decoded. I'm Professor Obaidus Sattar, and for over 2 decades, I've had the privilege of witnessing the profound ways homeopathy can support the body's natural wisdom. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Homeopathy? Really, Professor? It's a valid thought in our modern world, but stick with me. Today, we're diving deep into a truly remarkable remedy called Caulophyllum.
I'm going to share 3 key insights that could genuinely shift your perspective. You'll learn how Caulophyllum helps harmonize your body's essential rhythms, see how it brings relief to various discomforts, and understand its unique place, particularly for supporting women. Get ready to discover the quiet power of natural anxiety relief, explore homeopathy for families, and unlock the surprising Caulophyllum benefits.
Every homeopathic journey begins with its source. For Caulophyllum, that source is the root of the beautiful Blue Cohosh plant, found in the damp, rich woodlands of eastern North America. There's a deep history here. Indigenous communities traditionally used this plant, calling it names like squaw root or papoose root, reflecting its centuries-old connection to supporting women.
We take these carefully harvested fresh roots and macerate them in alcohol to create a mother tincture. But the magic, the homeopathic activation, happens through potentization. This involves serial dilution with water and alcohol, followed by vigorous shaking at each step. Imagine diluting a tiny drop, then diluting that dilution over and over hundreds of times. It's a meticulous process, ensuring the final remedy is incredibly pure, carrying the energetic blueprint of the plant without significant material substance. We create different strengths called potencies like 6C, 30C, or 200C depending on the specific need. Purity truly matters in this delicate process. What gives Caulophyllum its unique personality in homeopathy? It has a remarkable affinity for smooth muscles, those muscles our bodies control automatically like the ones in your uterus. When these muscles are acting erratically out of sync or lacking tone, Caulophyllum often comes to mind. It's the remedy you think of when things feel stuck, uncoordinated, and painful, particularly in the pelvic region or even smaller joints. While homeopathy deals with energetic imprints, the original Blue Cohosh plant does contain active compounds like alkaloids and saponins. These compounds are actually believed to exert effects on uterine smooth muscles, which is a fascinating connection between the plant's historical use and the remedy's action. Understanding these underpinnings helps us appreciate how Caulophyllum is distinct from other remedies that might superficially seem similar. It's not trying to mimic chemicals, it's addressing the body's energetic response pattern. Now let's talk about the profound link between our physical state and how we feel mentally and emotionally. This is central to homeopathy. For Caulophyllum, that mind-body connection often manifests as irritability, nervousness, and a deep sense of being worn out, especially when you're grappling with physical discomfort or strain, like during labor or a difficult menstrual cycle. Think about this scenario. A woman in labor. Hours in her contractions are weak, irregular, just not effective. She becomes exhausted, understandably anxious, feeling like her body is letting her down. This fretfulness, this sense of being overwhelmed by the lack of physical progress, that's a hallmark mental picture for Caulophyllum. The physical struggle directly impacts her emotional state.
A dose of Caulophyllum often helps the body find that rhythm, and you see the mental state calm as a result. This isn't confined to labor. Consider a young woman struggling with her monthly cycle. Her periods are light, but the cramps are sharp, shooting, unpredictable, seeming to jump around her lower abdomen. This erratic pain leaves her feeling irritable, drained, maybe even a bit downcast. For her, Caulophyllum helps to bring ease and regularity to those frustrating, unpredictable pains and can lift that accompanying irritability. It's a key remedy for painful and irregular menstrual periods, especially with a scanty flow or clots. While often called a woman's friend, Caulophyllum's influence on smooth muscles and joints means its benefits extend to others too. For men, particularly those whose work involves repetitive hand movements or exposure to cold, those frustrating erratic joint pains and stiffness in fingers, wrists, or toes can be a persistent issue. If the pain is cramping, drawing, and tends to shift location, Caulophyllum is worth considering. Think of the carpenter whose fingers ache after a long day. For women, it's undeniably crucial for supporting hormonal balance and the body's rhythms during cycles and pregnancy. In children, though less commonly indicated than in adults, Caulophyllum can be considered for certain spasmodic complaints or shifting joint pains, sometimes referred to as growing pains if they exhibit the characteristic erratic nature. The plant's history is, honestly, quite compelling. Blue Cohosh was used by Native American tribes and later by eclectic physicians for gynecologic complaints. Its adoption into homeopathy really reflects this long legacy of supporting women's health. Now, just a crucial safety note. While the homeopathic remedy is safe due to the extreme dilutions, the raw blueberries of the plant are actually poisonous, so always use properly prepared homeopathic medicines under guidance. This combination of historical use, the plant's known constituents, and the specific symptom pattern we match in homeopathy gives us confidence in Caulophyllum's potential.
So, how do we pinpoint Caulophyllum as the right remedy? Well, we look for its unique signature symptoms, those peculiar clues that really confirm its match to the individual's state. The most distinctive is that erratic, flying nature of the pains. They actually jump around unpredictably, feeling sharp, shooting, or sometimes cramping. Whether it's those labor pains that, fly in all directions, or rheumatic pains that jump from wrist to ankle, that shifting quality is absolutely key, and in women, a history of difficult labor or irregular menstruation is a really strong confirmatory sign. Other peculiar symptoms include those interesting moth-like spots on the forehead, which are sometimes linked to leukorrhea. Also, you should consider rigidity of the cervix during labor, where the pains are strong, but honestly ineffective because the cervix just isn't dilating properly. And there's that sense of tremulous weakness, especially during menstruation or labor, where the legs might shake even after minimal exertion. These specific, sometimes odd symptoms are what really help confirm Caulophyllum.
In homeopathy, it's vital to distinguish between remedies that might seem similar. Caulophyllum has counterparts, but the details matter. Let's look at two commonly confused remedies. Take pulsatilla, for example, also used for erratic labor pains. But the pulsatilla individual is typically weepy, sensitive, craving comfort and fresh air. Caulophyllum? More irritable, exhausted, perhaps anxious, but less outwardly seeking consolation. The pains might be erratic in both, but pulsatillas are generally milder. It's about matching the whole picture, not just one symptom. Now, kimichifuga, another powerful remedy for labor pain, but often the pains are intensely sharp, shooting, and tend to radiate to other areas. And the simisifuga state often involves more pronounced anxiety and restlessness, a kind of nervous excitability, sometimes even a fear of death, compared to Caulophyllum's more focused irritability and exhaustion tied to the physical struggle. Kimitsufuga is for those sharp stabs.
Homeopathy recognizes that remedies exist within a network. Some can be complementary, used before or after Caulophyllum to support the healing process. Others can be antidotal, potentially interfering with its action. A key point noted in the text is that coffee is considered incompatible with Caulophyllum. It may potentially neutralize the remedy's effects. So, if you're using Caulophyllum, it's wise to consider reducing your coffee intake temporarily.
Think of it like certain foods interacting with medication. Best to avoid the conflict. While not extensively documented, some complementary remedies include sepia or pulsatilla for related hormonal or emotional states, gelsemium, which may follow well for dysmenorrhea, arnica for postpartum recovery, and cical for slow, persistent bleeding. Understanding these relationships adds another layer to effective homeopathic practice, though the documents note that more practical guidance here would be helpful. To bring it all together, first, Caulophyllum is a powerful ally for women, helping to regulate the chaotic, erratic rhythms of labor and menstrual cycles, bringing harmony back to the body. Second, its unique signature is those flying, shifting pains, whether in the uterus or smaller joints, often accompanied by irritability or exhaustion. Third, while best known for women's health, it has potential applications for men and women and children presenting with that characteristic erratic symptom pattern, though more research is needed in these areas.
So, homeopathy is about, recognizing your body's unique language and really supporting its natural ability to find balance. Caulophyllum is a beautiful example of this. It offers gentle yet effective support, especially when things just feel out of sync. It's the remedy for those times when your mind and body seem out of tune, providing gentle realignment. Now, just a vital disclaimer here, this information is for educational purposes only, and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. If you have any health concerns, or if you're pregnant, or, considering any new treatment, please always consult with a qualified healthcare provider or a certified homeopath. Homeopathy complements but does not replace conventional medical care, especially in emergencies. Pregnant? Talk to your doctor, stay curious, and stay safe. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Caulophyllum. If this resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you don't miss future episodes of Homeopathy Decoded. What remedy should we decode next? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, I'm Professor Obaidus Sattar, wishing you balanced health and vibrant wellness.